Yo, what is going on, guys? My name is Zalits, and today we're going to be going over the Trials of Ifrit, which is an older summon trial, but still relevant nonetheless. And I know some of you are probably wondering, like, Zalits, where's the tier list review? You said you were going to bring it out, but you still haven't brought it out. You've been talking about this for days now. Please, guys, just bear with me. Just be patient. It's actually a lot more difficult to organize everything the way that the way so that it feels proper to me to show you guys. So I just need a little bit more time, just to put it all together and make it look good. But anyways, let's go ahead and get on into this Trials of Ifrit.
But it's gonna be blue skies for you and I. We'll step out of the shadows and walk into the light. Yeah, it's gonna be blue skies for you and I.
Okay, so here we are inside of Ifrit's trial. So I'm basically just gonna go through this quickly because I mean it's kind of old stuff already. But I'll be throwing in hints of where to get or where to farm materials and how to get some extra materials that are that some people have trouble getting for summons. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump right on into this first one. Today I'm going to be bringing with me a magic trio because why not? Alright, so I'm bringing with me Ash, Vaughn, and Papalymo here. Let's check out the enemies. So we're going to be seeing some wolves, nothing too out of the ordinary, and we're going to be seeing the land turtle. We've seen these all before in a lot of the lost chapters, so these enemies are not new. So let's go ahead and jump on into this because it's only level 10. It's gonna be a cakewalk for these first few missions. So just bear with me. Let's see what actually drops from this first mission. Okay, so we're at the land turtle now, and I mean this guy's just gonna fall over like nothing. So really... Okay, so as we see here, we got some monster claws and some tier 2. If I could click on it, some heater cores, or one heater core. So definitely not the place you want to be farming for any of these materials. Here on the sides we see the orb springs and the crystal springs, tier 1. You can get some pretty low level materials to level up your gear here. But anyways, moving on to part 2. Let's check out the enemies. We got the ice flan. I would call it flan. The accent, my Spanish accent comes out whenever I say it. Some people say flan, I say flan, like with a Spanish accent. And then we have the is this an alpha wolf? Yeah, no, it's just a regular wolf. And then we have the behemoth that we saw in yesterday's video of Squall's lost chapter, where we went and murdered these guys endlessly throughout the whole thing. So I'm gonna jump on into this because it's not gonna be anywhere near as difficult, and I'll probably speed these up so it's not like horrible to sit down and watch through, because these guys really aren't that high level. So I'm pretty much just literally spamming HP attacks, and that's pretty much it. Like the real challenge in these really doesn't come until later on in the trial. Like the EX part of it is the hardest, the real fun. That's where the real fun starts. So let's go ahead and destroy this behemoth with our white whirl. Okay, so he didn't die in one hit to that, but he probably will here soon. Let's see how much Papa can do. That was a silly question to ask. Let's just get another white whirl in here, and then yeah, he'll be down. So we're moving on. These first couple of trials probably won't drop them, or they don't drop that many materials, but there are some that are better for farming, like the lower level materials that aren't like heater cores and stuff like that. Like you see that this particular mission, part 2, dropped Monster Claws and Beast Horns or Monster Horns, whatever. Yeah. But I'm pretty sure from what I remember, from when I farmed this the first time it came out, I'm pretty sure that if you're looking for Monster Claws and Monster Horns in general for any of your summons like Leviathan or whatever. I mean, Leviathan's been come and gone, but if you were, let's just say you needed that and you just wanted to, or something like that, I don't know. But part 3, I'm pretty sure is the one that drops like a bajillion Monster Claws and Monster Horns. I keep calling them Beast Horns, I don't know why. But let's see here. We got the Wolves, the Alpha Wolves, the Goblin Mages. We've seen all these guys previously. And now we have a Red Giant. Have we encountered this yet? I'm not sure if we have encountered this guy just yet in any of these missions, but this guy has resistance to magic types, so our team might be in for some trouble here. Let's see, Bravery Attack, Leaping Swing, and then he has Mighty Guard, gains Bravery, and grants physical damage resist and magic damage resist to self. So this guy might pose a problem for our magic team, but who cares? We're still gonna do it anyways, So let's go ahead and I'm just gonna bring a Squall. Let's do this. Because usually all these bosses show up in the AX portion of this, so I'm expecting for this guy to end up showing up at the end too. So this will give me a I didn't expect that. Whatever. This will give me a good idea of what to expect later on. If I really can't do any damage, I might have to switch something out or somebody out. But I don't think it's gonna be that serious because we can just Bravery Attack away and still probably win. So let's see. That's what waves, I didn't realize. Okay, so let's just keep scanning HP attacks. Is it still not too difficult here? Oh, he can get finished off, whatever. Might as well just finish off B. Hopefully this guy's in HP. Okay, yeah, HP attack. Now, if you haven't noticed, I'm doing this with Ifrit as a summon, but I don't have a healer on my team. So if any of these guys get hit with an HP attack, like, that bonus is gone forever. But let's go ahead and just do some Bravery attacks here. Okay, so they're... I mean, he still did a good amount of damage, but they are resisted heavily. Let's see, White World. Let's see how much damage that actually does. Okay, I guess I can't complain. I mean, he wasn't buffed with Nord Swain anymore, so. And Nord Swain actually did a good amount of damage. Let's go ahead and Umbral Ice. All right, and I'm going to continue to White Whirl. Okay, I mean that did okay damage, I guess. See how much damage Astral Fire does here. Astral Fire didn't do anything to this guy. Okay, so definitely for future missions where I see this guy, I'm gonna have to bring in at least a support physical type. I mean, I don't have to use a support for the final boss, but for this guy, I might have to bring a physical support. But as you can see from the third mission, you get 20 Beast Horns, or again with the Beast Horns, Monster Horns, and then you get 20 of the Monster Claws. So definitely, if you're looking for these two types of materials, Ifrit Trials Part 3 is definitely the place to come farm them. And yeah, let's move on to the next one. So we're moving on to Part 4. And in this one, we have the real final boss. Okay, so we have the well, to start with, we have the Flan, the Goblin Mages, the Wolves, and then we get the Chimera, who is weak to fire. Go figure. It's Ifrit's trial. This guy, I don't think we've seen in a previous video yet. This guy does back kick. In case you haven't seen this guy, I'm just going over his abilities. He does a back kick, which is his HP attack. Flame Hoof, which is a pretty weak bravery attack, does fire damage. This is the one that you really have to watch out for is Giant Fireballs. This is the one that does like 4 hits, but they do a pretty big chunk of damage to whoever he's targeting. He uses Lunge, which is a Frost Bravery magic attack. He can use Blizzard, Thunder Breath, which is exactly what it is. He just breathes thunder on your team. Thunderstorm. It's a group AoE lightning strike. It's kind of like lightning lash, like we've seen before. It's kind of like that. And he casts a whole bunch of stuff on himself when he reaches like percentages of health. So he'll he'll like I want to say that it's like every 20% or something like that, or every 30 or whatever percentage, he'll start casting these, and then once he gets below like 50%, he'll cast like all this stuff on himself. So he can cast HP regen, attack up, defense up, and then bravery regen as well. So this guy overall, he's not too bad, but in the later missions, he can actually get pretty ugly if he's not kept under control. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring maybe it'd be smart to actually bring a healer for these, but I don't think it's that serious. I'll just bring another Vaughn. It's whatever. I'm not scared. I'm not scared of a three-headed monster. We've taken on worse. Cerberus, come on. This guy's just a knockoff. We're just gonna keep going through this, HP attacking away. Just gonna Astral Fire here. So now the enemies are finally starting to get a little bit more bulk in their health, but I'm still just gonna spam some abilities to get through it faster, because Papalymo has a good amount of abilities. So, and then like, you know, later on, and then afterwards, probably on this run, I'll definitely try and buff with North Swain. Actually, I probably won't even be able to. I'll have to do it on the next turn, or on the next wave during the Chimera. All right, so now we're on to the Chimera. So this guy switches. He basically he doesn't switch. Well, yeah, he did. I guess you can call it that. It's kind of like switching forms. Is it this one? Maybe I'm thinking of the other one for Prisha's event that switches between like 3 different forms. But usually, depending on the color, is usually what tells what ability it's using. I mean, I might be wrong. I might be thinking of Prisha's. Maybe Prisha's maybe the Chimera from Prisha's event is the one that does the color coding. Anyways, let's find out. I might be mixing up this one and the regular Chimera and Prisha's event's Chimera. But let's go ahead and just White Whirl here. I'm gonna go ahead and Astral Fire, because this guy is super weak to fire. Okay, see, like he reached like a 40% or 35ish, whatever that is. And he started casting his self buff, so now everybody's buffed with their magic attack up. So I'm just gonna keep nuking. See, now that he's like at 50%, he starts to cast these other self buffs. Yeah, you see how much damage the fireballs did. I mean, this guy, he's low level, and I mean, he's only like level 40, and then also because Ash can debuff max bravery down, because bravery obviously didn't go up any higher than that, but in the later one, like, you know, it'll actually go really high. But as for now, it's not going to be a big problem. So I'm just going to keep Astral Firing. Let's just get HP attacking with Ash, and we'll probably be able to finish this here. See, he just keeps casting the self buffs after every like so amount of HP. Of course, because I was chunking him so heavy, so hard, you know, he would just cast it randomly like after each attack. So, but usually it's usually if you're a beginner and you're doing this, like if you just started out and you're doing these, it'll probably take you a little bit longer to defeat it. But he'll be casting that like in like 20% intervals. So just be aware of that. And let's see, for the part 4, you seem to get a lot of tier 1, the Hetra Adamite, and then you get a few Hetra cores, which is the tier 2s, and then you get very little of the tier 3. But that's because later on, like in the later missions, you get a lot more than that. So let's go ahead and move on to part 5. Ooh, we're finally getting into the deep territory. I'm at SP2. Sorry about that. I was actually farming in the I was farming for artifacts earlier today. Earlier last night. Yeah, not earlier today. Actually, I guess earlier today would be the same as later last night. I don't know. Either way, I haven't been to sleep for a while, guys. So it's I was just farming this. I was farming the World of Illusions earlier, the artifacts. I've been trying to get Ash's artifacts to be as near perfect as I can before her event leaves, because it ends tonight. So I've been farming that nonstop for like the last 10 hours now. So so far, I mean, the artifacts are pretty good. But anyways, let's that's completely off topic. That's completely irrelevant. Moving on, let's look at the enemies here. We have the Magitech armor that we've seen before, the Goblin Mage again, and then the Iron Giant makes an appearance again, and then again we are fighting the Chimera, who is going to be the main boss of this entire trial. So I'm just gonna click on. I'm just gonna go ahead and whoa. I ain't bringing no ace with me today, so I mean, I might bring him. I don't know. No, we'll bring a Squall. So I'm just gonna use a potion here. Doesn't matter to me. Some people are very stingy with their potions. I don't care. Potions are pretty much just there to save you from using your gems. I mean, you pay for them each week, and they're pretty much you get 3 free each week, but they're basically they save you from spamming your gems in these World of Illusions. So I'm just gonna keep speed running through all this stuff, because none of this is actually too difficult yet. Anyways. I know the EX trial can be pretty tough. I haven't actually done this. I haven't actually like stepped foot inside of Ifrit's trial in a long time. Like, it's been like since pretty much since launch. I've had Ifrit maxed out, so I like never had a reason to step into his trial. But I'll talk about after this mission. I'll talk about why coming back to these kind of trials could help you out. Alright, so we're moving along. We're on to the Iron Giant, and I'm just gonna prime up Vaughn even more, cause I ain't worried about nothing. I don't think I'll end up running out of abilities either. So on the last boss, I mean, I could be completely wrong. I might be digging my own grave by using my abilities here, but I like the risk. Alright, so now we're on to the last one. But then again, even if my Vaughn runs out of abilities, I have another Vaughn there, so it's whatever. So I'm gonna go ahead and just start with White Whirl to get a defense down. Okay, some pretty heavy damage there already. He's already casting his abilities. Astral Fire. Do we have magic buff up? Yeah, we do. So I'm gonna go ahead and just Heaven's Wrath on this guy. Let's go ahead and what's he about to run out of? Okay, I have the red spiral here to refresh attack buff before it falls off. Okay, so what's he gonna do? Okay, so he's using safety call for defense, or he's just gonna shoot fireballs at me again. Okay, see, yeah. See, they do change colors. I didn't realize it, and I don't know if the other one did it, in the last mission. But okay, so I'm not tripping. Their heads do change. So basically, like I think this one turns like yellow, if I'm not mistaken. It's kind of color coded by the element that they're using. So like this, the lion's head is like he uses fireballs, so he'll be red. This one uses ice, he'll be blue, and then this one uses thunder, he'll be yellow. That's that. At least that's what I remember. I knew I wasn't tripping about that. He wasn't changing like he wasn't changing. Maybe I just didn't notice it. I don't know. But I knew that he did change. Thanks for making me look dumb, Chimera. so that wasn't too bad. I'm definitely gonna have to be a lot more careful about if I plan to bring Vaughn for the EX trial. I'm definitely gonna have to play a lot more conservative. But on the fifth mission for the Ifrit's trial, we see that we get a good amount of materials here. So now we're starting to get into the territory of the tier 3s. So you get a bunch of Hetra matters. You know, you got about 15. You know, if you had a book with you, that'd be about 30. And then we got 40 of the tier 1s, which again, if you had a book with you, that'd be 80. So that's a lot. You know, you just run through this and you get a lot. But and then the Hetra cores. I mean, unfortunately, we didn't get too many of them in this one, but I'm sure that if you were only able to run up to this point, you know, you'd still be able to get a bunch of those. But now we're on to the part 6. Oh, and then now that we're here, since we're already up to this point, I just want to make a quick note for you guys who are struggling to level up Sylph and Chocobo. If you go into the Orb Spring Part 3, this is what I recommend. This is I mean, I haven't farmed it for a while, but you know, this is probably like one of the best places to find the anima, the anima. I can't think of the name. It's something anima. If you're leveling up, you know, Sylph and Chocobo, you know what I'm talking about. It's something. It's called something anima, whatever. But if you do this mission, the Orb Spring 3, this is what I recommend. You know, come in here and just take a book in and just keep running it over and over and over, and you'll get a bunch of like the end game, the end summon material to boost it up. On top of also getting a whole bunch of other resources, like obviously the orbs. You'll get a whole bunch of that in the process of doing this. So this is what I recommend if you're struggling to find, you know, the materials for Sylph and Chocobo. So definitely come into the the Ifrit trial has one of these. Shiva trial also, and Rama also have this. But I'm just letting you guys know in case you didn't know. You know, this is always one of the best places to go to farm to find those materials, because the drop rate is pretty good, especially in these orb springs. But anyways, let's keep on going here. Let's see what actually. Okay. See, I knew it, like each one has a different name. I can't think of what the wind ones are for Chocobo and Sylph. But is it Tempest? I think it's Tempest Anima. Yeah, if you're looking for like the Tempest Anima, I think it's Tempest. Don't quote me on that, but I think it's Tempest. But anyways, it's these kind of materials that, you know, the tier 4s that you can get them from those. So definitely check those out if you're looking for materials to farm for Sylph and Chocobo. But anyways, we're moving on to part 6. You know, we're getting close to the EX mission, so you know we're gonna start getting a lot more waves, a lot more enemies. So here we see the floating eye, as we've seen in previous Lost chapters, the annoying eye, as I like to call him, and the land turtle, not too big of a threat, the behemoth, and then finally we get the chimera. So we're getting a lot of bosses here, you know, in succession. So let's go ahead and I think I'll bring like a let's just bring a Squall. Why not? Let's just bring a Squall, because Squall can do an absurd amount of damage. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and just spam Umbral Ice on these guys. Ash can take out C. And I gotta say, guys, running Max Bravery Ash has been like the biggest blessing ever, because I realized, like what I was talking about earlier, I realized that I was building Ash wrong, at least, you know, by standard, by what people call standard for Ash. You know, like they say that Max Bravery and Attack are probably her 2 highest stats, and I mean, what's crazy is, like, I had a pretty good setup for artifacts on her. Like, you know, I had a bunch of like the 2 stars with, like, I think I had like maybe like one 108 attack or something like that, but I had like no Max Bravery, and I noticed that it was like I did a lot of damage, but she was just like overflowing like by a lot, and it was just like all that bravery is just going to waste. What's crazy is that what I noticed, like personally, in case you're doing this for Ash as well. I mean, it might be a little late now, but what I noticed that was crazy is that even when I removed some of the 2-star attacks, like it didn't make that big of a difference on the overall damage of her abilities. So like now, like I mean I overflow some, but it's not anywhere near as much as before. So I mean that's just a little, I don't know, I'm just rambling while I'm doing this, but I just thought it was kind of crazy that you know, most characters usually go for having straight up attack, but like you would think that Ash would want a lot of attack, but attack can actually work against her sometimes, or in a sense. Anyways, I'm just rambling here at this point, so I'm just gonna stick to, you know, talking about the fight. Sorry guys. So you know, just white whirling here. I'm just trying to talk while I'm getting through this, because I've done this. This is old for me, so it's like I don't know. Anyways, on to the last wave. Level 60 Chimera. Alright. So I think I was actually spamming a lot with Papalymo, so I have to be kind of careful here. So I'm gonna white whirl to put some defense down. With Papalymo, I'm gonna just Umbral Ice again, because why not? And I'm gonna refresh North Swain on our group here. And then with Vaughn, I'm gonna go ahead and I guess I'll just continue white whirling since I already have it primed. And actually, the one of the main reasons that I decided to bring Vaughn and Ash is because like I've been trying to, or like I tried to do in my other video, I think it was for Vanille's Lost Chapter. Like, you know, well, everybody, like, not everybody, but you know, these guys are pretty new. So, and a lot of people actually were anticipating them, so they pulled a lot for these guys. So most people at least should have these two characters decently geared, at least, you know. That's why that's one of the reasons why I wanted to bring them along. So let's just continue to burst them down with a Astral Fire. We're gonna get another white whirl. I'm not sure if this can finish. Okay, well, I don't even know why I asked that. I don't even know why I'm like surprised. Vaughn's 2-hit HP attack is just too strong. All right, so that takes care of part 6. Let's see what we get here. All right, so we got hey, we got a lot of materials in the part 5, but part 6. I mean, look at this. We got 20 of the tier 1s, which is, if you're leveling up Ifrit, like you already know, like this is what you need the most of. Like you're gonna see that cost of like 750. And you're gonna be like, so you have to go through this a lot. But definitely, part 6 has the highest drops for these tier 1s. It drops 5 tier 3s, and then 10 of the tier 2s, which is not bad. It's really not that bad. So definitely, if you can, make sure you farm part 6. Has the best drops for these materials, just like in any other of these Esper trials. But now the part that you guys are probably wanting to see, well, not wanting to see, but the most important part of this whole video here, the EX mission, which is the hardest one. So what am I actually going to do here? Let's look at the enemies. We have the land turtle, which we already faced, the behemoth, and then like I said, I think the red giant is probably going to be a pretty difficult challenge for this team because they're all magic users, and he's kind of like a magic wall. So we're gonna see how we can handle this. Like I said, I'm gonna bring along a physical damage dealer. Somebody like I mean, Tidus would probably work here. I was hoping I would have another Squall, but I don't. I mean, I have this Squall. I have Goodman, but his weapon's not maxed out. But he has some decent passives. So I mean, why not? Whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Let's just let's bring him along. I was kind of hoping that I would get a Squall, some kind of Squall for this. So I'm just gonna bravery attack here with Papa. I'm just gonna try and nuke this guy with ice, since that's what he's weak to. Let's get a North Swain to buff. Actually, I probably should have used Heaven's Wrath because Ash and Vaughn use physical. Oh well. All right, so let's just continue the bravery attack. HP. Oh, I didn't mean to red spiral. Whatever. It's okay. All right, so let's go ahead and just we're gonna be bravery attacking this guy. Let's get a Heaven's Wrath in so we can buff our physical damage. HP attack. Swipe. No damage. Just keep HP attacking. You know what's crazy is, I mean, obviously we're not on the last enemy yet, but what's crazy is, like, you know, a few months ago, like, this was actually seriously hard for me. Like, I actually struggled so much on this particular mission. And now it seems like it's now it seems like I'm just walking through it like it's like it's nothing, you know, because I'm still paying attention to what I'm doing, but it's crazy how things change over time like that. How in just like a month or so, all this stuff becomes so much easier because of the stuff that we get. So now we're on to the Red Giant. Let's see what happens here. We're just gonna keep bravery attacking. I'm gonna Heaven's Wrath to slow him, but to also refresh our attack buff. Gonna HP attack with Papa. Slash. All right. Bravery attack. Oh, that was a good chunk. I'm gonna HP attack here. Bravery attack with Papa. HP attack with Vaughn. These guys really don't have that much HP. Like, I was expecting them to have like a bigger pool of HP. I mean, at least that's how I remember them. These guys were really difficult to deal with back then. But I'm just gonna keep bravery attacking here. Really hoping that he doesn't just out of nowhere HP attack one of these guys, because that would suck. Because I'm using Ifrit. All right, just bravery attack here. Oh, he actually died in the launch. Okay, that's good. That's actually really good. I didn't even have to use Squall. Actually, I forgot that's why I even brought Squall. Whatever. It's fine. Well. Alright, so I guess I'm just gonna start priming up my White Whirl here. See, this guy actually has a good amount of HP, so we're gonna Astro Fire. Okay, we can still chunk him out. I mean, he's still getting chunked pretty hard. So I'm gonna refresh North Swain. Gonna do another White Whirl. Flame Hoof, okay. Okay, so Flame Hoof actually does a decent amount of damage, and he also switched up to the Ice form. So I'm going to use Astro Fire again. Not enough to break. I don't have Papa's 15 CP, guys. I really wish I did. Like, it sucks that his Astro Fire hits so. It's literally like he's just throwing a wet paper ball at the enemy. That's pretty much what it is. And let's see. I'm just gonna HP attack. I think I'll summon at the end. Like, I can summon right here. It doesn't really matter. I'm actually gonna use swap out for Squall here, because Papa doesn't get that bonus for the weak damage. I mean, he does on the fire, but he only gets one hit. But Squall can get, you know, multiple. So let's just White Whirl here. With Ash, I'm gonna go ahead and just use Heaven's Wrath so that it buffs Squall. Let's get another Red Zokuken. Ooh! Look at that damage, dude! Yo, Squall, my boy. I wish I had so many characters, man. And he's gonna die here, but it really, like, I really wish I would have pulled on some of these characters like Squall. Like, Squall is so good, guys. Man. Every time I bring a friend squad with me, it's like it just depresses me because I didn't pull on his banner. Because I was like, I was so hesitant to pull on it because of like with Neil and Setzer, and I was just like, no, I don't want to do it. But now I end up regretting it. So hopefully in the future I could pick it up. But on this last mission, I don't know why we're getting radiant crystals and the goo, the viscous liquid. I don't know why we're getting this here. But yeah, that takes care of that. That was the last mission for Ifrit's trial. And that's going to wrap up this video, guys. I know that it was older content that's been around for quite a while. But hey, there are still a lot of people that are joining our community each and every day. And I'm just hoping that this walkthrough of each mission can help get you through these missions if you're struggling with anything. Or even if you're just looking for, I don't know, the best missions to farm for materials. Whatever it might be, I hope that this video can help you in some way. But anyways, as I said before, the tier list video is still in development, but it'll probably be done by tomorrow, hopefully. So be on the lookout for that, and yeah, until next time, bye guys.